Yo YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Salvation. We are back with another video, guys, and today, guys, this is a little different video. As you guys can see, you can't see me, and today we're talking about why you're getting beat by bad players in Modern Warfare. You know, we're not talking the Claymores, we're not talking the shotguns, the 725s, we're not talking the tanks or anything else. We're talking about some of the pay-to-win mechanics of online gaming and Call of Duty and first-person shooters in general, which is why you can get killed by players way worse than you because of the things that they have. So today we're going to talk about that and how you potentially can hop on that bandwagon too and get a leg up on the competition. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So as you may or may not know, there's a lot of different variables when it comes to online gaming and response times in a fast arcade shooter like Call of Duty. Obviously, having a really good connection is extremely important, and at the same time, whoever sees the information on the screen first and is able to react has an obvious advantage on the competition, and there's a lot of different ways to tweak that and have a faster potential response time than other players based off the technology and the equipment that you have for your setup. So we are talking about a handful of things today where in Modern Warfare, it's tough to overcome, especially with a really quick time to kill in this game. It can have a massive effect. Some of these things are more obvious than others, and if you've been playing Call of Duty for a long time and are really good at Call of Duty, you probably know about some of these things already, but we're gonna go through them all, and hopefully some of them can help you. So with that said, the first way that bad players kill you because they're playing on a monitor and you're not. So if you don't know, there's a massive difference between playing on a TV or playing on like a big screen versus playing on a gaming monitor. One of the biggest factors in cheesy kills is the difference in response time from screen to screen. And TVs have significantly larger response times than monitors do, and that can cause massive inconsistencies in your gameplay because your opponent is seeing you before you see them solely because of the monitor or TV that you guys have. So to put this into perspective, I think you have to understand response times and what is actually noticeable in a difference of response times. So to the average player, 10 to 15 milliseconds will be pretty noticeable when it comes to response time, and pro players or very experienced veteran players can probably feel a difference between 2 to 5 milliseconds depending on the situation. So with that in mind, your average TV has between a 35 and 50 millisecond response time, which is massive and very noticeable, especially when compared to actual gaming monitors, which generally only have a 1 millisecond response time. There's upwards of a 30 to 40 millisecond difference just in your screen alone. Personally, I used to only ever play on a big older TV, and it probably had like a 50 plus millisecond response time. And then I got a monitor. I got an Asus monitor, like maybe at the beginning of Advanced Warfare or something like that, right around that time. And the difference was absolutely insane. I was one versing people like crazy, popping like 3-4 shots when I would never hit before just because of the TV difference. And if you're wondering about where you can try to get this advantage on people, there's a lot of online places where you can get these 1 millisecond gaming monitors for less than $100. Usually between $80 and $120 will get you a really nice monitor that'll give you a massive leg up on a lot of the average competition, and it 100% does make a difference. So now that you understand the difference between monitors, the next big thing in online gaming is the connection itself. And this is pretty obvious, I think, at the start, because you know the difference between a 2-bar or a 3-bar and having a bad connection. But again, the ping and the millisecond response times when it comes to your internet connection are incredibly important, and it can give bad players but who have great internet a big time advantage even though they suck. So these really bad players that are beating you in gunfights are the guys who have fiber optic connections and less than 5 ping with their internet connection. The average internet connection generally, say if you have like Spectrum or something else, is probably between 20 and 40 milliseconds. Where if you have a nice fiber connection, you're gonna have downwards of 5 milliseconds of ping or less. That, especially if stacked with a monitor, gives you a massive advantage over a player who doesn't have good internet or doesn't have a good monitor. Personally, my internet ping right now where I'm living isn't that great. It's only about 25 to 35 ping, which is not ideal. You would definitely love to have it below 20 if you can, and usually the one that I go with is the one that provides the lowest option. Obviously, being wired into your PS4, so using a LAN cable and wiring into your router is the best way to have a good connection and reliable connection, and that can make a massive difference in lag and ping and response times as a whole. So I highly recommend that you do that if you don't have it already, because that's why some really bad players are killing you for sure. If your router is like too far away from your setup, or it's just not possible to connect it for some reason or another, there's a good option I've used in the past. It's called TP-Link, where it gives you like a fake Ethernet connection, but it's definitely more reliable than your just average Wi-Fi connection. Basically, you plug in one side of the link near your router, and then you plug in the other side of the link near your gaming system, and you can wire it in through there. It basically gives you a port forward and prioritizes that game system's connection over other things, which gives you a much more reliable connection overall. So I highly recommend that if you don't have any other options. The next one's definitely relevant in a game like Modern Warfare, where footsteps are extremely loud, they're very easy to hear, and sound whoring. The term sound whoring is very, very relevant in this game, and that's high quality headsets or earbuds. They make a massive difference and can drastically improve a player's performance even though they're not that good. So camping is so easy in this game, man. You can sit in corners with your headset turned all the way up. You can hear people coming from a mile away, unless they have dead silence, obviously. But at the end of the day, I cannot more highly recommend getting a good headset. I know they're pretty expensive, but at the same time, like, Apple earbuds are a really, really good alternative to Astro A40s or A50s or other high-end gaming headsets, because competitive players, you know, they'll have the $300 headsets. I have some pretty nice Astros myself because I do this full time. At the end of the day, if you're a new player, you need to find a good audio option, and it is absolutely crucial to be good at this game. Don't just be playing out of your TV audio. Get that monitor, get a different audio setup going, and figure that out, because that'll drastically improve your game and you won't get killed by the noobs anymore. Even with the Apple earbuds, there's a massive difference between Apple earbuds and like a $30 headset. The Apple earbuds are a way better option to like the $30 headset. So if there's any way you can avoid having to use the $30 headset, I highly recommend it. Say you want to talk to your buds online, but the Apple mic's not working, just go buy like a $20 mic to put on and wear, but then use the Apple earbuds for game sound. That's a pretty good alternative if you can make that happen, and I highly recommend that. So the last one is controller related, and I think a lot of you guys already know where I'm going with this one. This is custom controllers or scuffs or battle beavers, depending on the company you want to use or have. Custom controllers that have extra buttons definitely allow for easier movement and ability to improve movement way more than any average player can actually do. It was definitely better in advanced movement games like Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, or Advanced Warfare, but it still definitely helps in this. If you can't afford a great controller like some of those noobs that are killing you, then I highly recommend that you figure out a way to play claw or play tactical or switch up your button layout in one way or another inside the PlayStation menus or inside the game itself. There are definitely ways to improve your movement with the button layouts and how you hold the controller so that you don't have to spend massive amounts of money to do it. But I will say I do love my scuff controller, and I definitely wouldn't know what to do without it nowadays that I've had it for a while now. It definitely makes a difference. It's helped me become a better player, and I fall into a lot of these categories of what makes you lose to bad players. If you guys have watched other videos, you know I've got the gaming monitor, I've got the Astros, I've got the scuff controller, so I'm definitely part of the terrible, evil empire category. But with that said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and learned why the noobs are killing you in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It ain't just the Claymores, it ain't just the shotguns, it ain't just the tanks. It's some of the technology and things they have for their setup that make it a little bit tougher for you to play, but you definitely can take a few steps to improve your setup as well and get better at the game as a whole. So I hope you guys do. But if you guys enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video if you guys really enjoy it. I really, really do appreciate it, and it means a lot to me. I'm trying this full time, and I cannot do that without you guys. So I really, really, really do appreciate it. But as always, guys, I'm your boy Salvation Elite, and we'll see you next time. I'm out.